Hello ladies and gentlemen, ZPro here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and doing a redesign for the T26E4 Super Pershing. The Super Pershing arose as a need for a better upgraded both armor and powerful gun to take on the newer threat of the King Tigers. The M26 Pershing was a huge improvement in terms of tank fighting capabilities of the American armored units, standing up to Panthers and Tigers and easily able to stand up to them and also defeat them. The T26E4, which was the nickname of the Super Pershing, was basically an improved version. What it did is it attached a more powerful 90mm gun to it, and in return added two reciprocals on top of the gun, which are basically helped to control the recoil. And the tank was proved to be highly effective with this new change, and it was designed to be taken over to Europe and to fight the King Tigers. And the tank itself was pretty much designed to replace the standard M26 Pershings. However, with the outbreak of the war almost over and Germany being pushed back further and further, and eventually the war ending, the tank was no longer really needed. An order of 1,000 of these Super Pershings went down to 25, and they were manufactured at Fisher Tank Arsenal. They were tested at the Aberdeen Proving Ground, and all the way into 1947, and the project was later canceled, with some of the vehicles going to be used as target practice, and of course the M26 would be going into basically development for the M48 patent. So the T26, while it didn't see any service, it did actually really provide a good basis of what could have been a easily tank killer for the American armored divisions. The M26 Pershing was already showing that it had great promise, and the T26E4 was just a further improvement of it, and we would have definitely seen quite a bit of standing up to the King Tigers. So basically anything Germany had to throw at the American armored units, they would be able to counter. So T26E4 is definitely one of my favorite tanks of the Americans from World War II. I think it's just a super cool looking tank, and with the extra armor added around the front turret, and just kind of like the, up-armored version of the M26, it looks super awesome. So really happy to get this out as a tutorial for you guys. It's been a long time since I did a T26E4, so fun to kind of come back and revisit it, and I think it came out really good, and hopefully you guys do think so as well. To go ahead and get started, though, we're going to take just a look at the vehicle itself to kind of get an idea of what we're going to be going ahead and building, and then obviously we'll move into the tutorial. So starting off with, we have the 90mm main gun, as you can see here. Again, nothing too crazy about it. We have the reciprocals up on top here, which basically were, I believe, larger springs or pistons or something that basically would help the recoil of the gun, kind of reduce it. Obviously the turret itself, pretty cool, with about a 50 cal on top, all the optics and stuff like that. And we also have this extra armor plating that kind of wraps around the front and kind of front sides of the turret. Up here on the front also, it has more armor, so kind of a more sloped armor front to it, giving it a little bit more armor, and also deflection chances and stuff like that with better angles. On the side, just the tracks here, some cargo boxes on the side, and of course the back here of all the detailing here of all the different vents and stuff like that over the engine bay and all that fun stuff. So overall, really nice looking tank. I think it came out really good, and again, it's going to make an awesome addition to any of your kind of late World War II, or maybe even some if World War II kind of went on longer than it did scenarios or something like that. But yeah, definitely a really cool tank, and will make a cool addition to any of your projects. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layers 0 and 1. Alright guys, go ahead and get started with our first layer, and be starting off with layer number 0 and 1. For these layers to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 nether brick ups downstairs like so, followed by a row of 2 green terracotta across behind them. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of 2 of nether brick full blocks in the ground like so, and then we're going to place down a row of 2 green terracotta again. We're then going to place down 2 rows of 2 of dark oak wood stairs back to back to each other like this for the road wheels. We're going to place down 2 green terracotta blocks, 2 nether brick stairs, or 2 dark oak wood stairs, 2 dark oak wood stairs, and then 2 green terracotta blocks just like that. After that, we're going to then go to the side of these green terracotta blocks. We're going to place down dark oak wood buttons here along the side, item frames in the green terracotta blocks, and also green terracotta blocks in those item frames. After that's done, we're going to place down another set of 2 nether brick blocks here in the ground, and then we're going to place down a row of 2 of nether brick stairs across, and then a row of 2 of nether brick top slabs across the back like so. We're also going to place down a dark oak wood top slab next to this green terracotta block here in this space, and also same thing up here in the front here, just like that. After that's done, we have the right side of our track set up and complete, and we can go ahead and build the kind of bottom here of the hall. So for this, we're going to go ahead and go to this nether brick, these 2 nether brick stairs here. We're going to place down 3 dark oak wood top slabs across. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and go to the front up here, and we're going to go and go to these green terracotta blocks. We're going to place down a row 3 across as well. Now coming off the row 3 toward the front, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor here to the sides here, leaving a space in the middle. And then on the back here, we're going to place down a zombie head, which is going to be coming off this nether brick top slab. And they'll be basically on both sides like this. And then in the middle space here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate and a zombie head coming off that dark oak wood fence gate. With that done, we can go ahead and then take our dark oak wood top slabs, and we can go and fill in the space here for the bottom of the tank, basically closing off the hole here from the bottom. So just like this, all the way across, and we have that space filled in. Now over here to the left side of the tank, we're going to go ahead and basically repeat the same process we did for the tracks over on the air side. I'm going to go and do this a little bit faster since I already covered in detail kind of how to go about doing these tracks. So if you need to, just look at the earlier portion where we went ahead and built it, or you can just look over to the side there. And again, it's exactly the same, so whatever we did on that side is going to be the same thing over here on this side. And our dark oak wood top slabs in these spaces here, and we're going to go and do our detail here on the road wheels we can with our dark oak wood buttons, item frames, and all that stuff. So just like this, like across here, some green terracotta blocks in those item frames, and just like that we have our tracks done over here on the left side. So looking at from above, we should have something that looks like this for layers 0 and 1. And with that out of the way, that is going to pretty much sum up those layers. With that, let's go and move into our next layer, layer number 2. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go and place down a row of 2 of green terracotta blocks on top of these 2 nether brick upside down stairs. From that, coming off these 2 green terracotta blocks, we're going to place down 2 nether brick stairs like so. In the space in between them, we're going to take dark oak wood upside down stairs, and we're going to place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood upside down stairs with a dark oak wood sign on the dark oak wood stair over here on the right side of the tank. After that's done, we're going to then place down a row of 3 of green terracotta blocks across behind those stairs. And from this, we're going to go ahead and then go to the edges here of this row of 7 of green terracotta. We're going to place down a dark oak wood button, item frame, and a green terracotta block in the item frame. And same thing over here on this side as well. Now with that done, we're going to go ahead and then take our tracks, and we're going to go and do our tracks here. Now for this, we're going to take nether brick top slabs. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nether brick top slabs back, and same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to go and then take our green terracotta, and we're going to place down a row of 7 of green terracotta all the way across. On the ends here of this row of 7, we're going to place down a dark oak wood button, item frame, and in the item frame we want to go and place down a cobweb, like this for the rear sprocket wheel. And then we're just going to take our nether brick stairs, we're going to place down 2 nether brick stairs like this across the back here. We're going to then place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across, followed by a nether brick top slab coming off the center, green terracotta block, and then we want to place down a tripwire hook to both sides of this top slab coming off those 2 green terracotta blocks. Now once that's done, on the inside here, we're going to go and take our green terracotta, we're going to run a row along our nether brick top slabs. So just like this on both sides, close that space off, and if you want to leave it interior, you can leave this space hollow. I'm going to go and just fill it in for the sake of the tutorial, just to kind of close it off, keep it nice and solid, but if you do want to build an interior for it, you're more than welcome to leave it hollow. And then for the tracks here, we do have the roller wheels, which the track rolls on across the top here. So for this, very simply, we want to go and go to our second nether brick slab here. We're going to place down an item frame of green terracotta block. We're going to skip a space, place down 2 item frames, green terracotta blocks in them, skip an airspace, and then again 2 more item frames with green terracotta blocks in them. We also want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood sign on the side of these slabs, like this going across. And we're going to go ahead and go over here and do the same thing. So again, just like we did on the other side here, our item frames and our dark oak wood signs over the item frames. like so. And this right here will complete what we have to do here for layer number 2. Pretty straightforward stuff so far. We got our track set up and basically the chassis of the vehicle complete. With that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to take our green carpet, we're going to place down a row 3 of green carpet across the top here. From this, we're going to take our dark liquid slabs, we're going to place down a row 3 of dark liquid slab, or sorry, a row of 5 of dark liquid slabs across, and then coming off the dark liquid slabs here to the sides, we're going to place down a item frame with a snowball in the item frame like this for the front headlights, and a dark liquid fence gate over, coming off the slab, opened up toward the slab like that for the front headlights. After that's done, we want to go and then grab ourselves a dark liquid trapdoor, and to both sides of this row 5, we're going to place down a dark liquid trapdoor. Going back from this, we're going to place down a dark liquid slab, or dark liquid stair here in the middle like so, followed by a spruce wood slab to both sides, a daylight detector to both sides, and then we want to place down a dark liquid trapdoor to both sides like so. Once that's done, we're going to go and then place down a green terracotta block, which is going to be going in this spot right here. To both sides of the green terracotta block, we're going to place down a spruce wood stair like so. Coming off of it, we're going to place down a row of 1 and 2 spruce wood slabs to the side, 1 and 2 spruce wood slabs like that to the side. And on the sides here, we're just going to place down a spruce wood sign on both slabs like that to the side there, like so. And once that's done, we're going to take our green terracotta, we're going to go and then do a row of 3 across the middle here. We then want to place down a dark liquid stair in this spot right here. And also this spruce wood slab we're actually going to swap out for a dark liquid slab. Should be like this here from the front. Then we're going to go and place down a spruce wood plank to both sides. With that done, we're going to go and take our spruce wood planks. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 more back. So you have a row of 7 here along the side. And we're going to do the same thing over here this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in total you have a row of 7. We're going to go and start off by going ahead and go into the first spruce wood plank. We're going to go and place down a trip bar hook, skip a space, trip bar hook, skip a space, trip bar hook, and skip a space. So every other one trip bar hook, and same thing over here. Again, every other block. So it's like that. On the inside here, we're going to go ahead and take our green terracotta, and we're going to go ahead and place down 2 rows of 5. So 1 and 2. We then want to take our dark liquid stairs, and we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 dark liquid stairs like this going back, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. From this, we're going to go ahead and go to the space in between our first stairs here. We're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta. We then want to grab our nether brick, and we're going to place down 2 nether brick full blocks going back like so, and 2 green terracotta blocks there in the middle. We're going to go ahead and then place down another row of 3 of green terracotta across between those dark liquid stairs. Going ahead and continuing back, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark liquid stair coming off the middle green terracotta block, and to both sides we're going to be going ahead and placing down a nether brick stair, and then a nether brick slab coming off the side of the nether brick stair. We're going to go ahead and then place down a spruce wood slab on both sides like so, and on the side of the spruce wood slab we're going to be placing down a spruce wood sign just like that. Continuing on, we're going to place down a spruce or a dark liquid slab there in the middle, and then a nether brick slab going back from these 2 nether brick stairs, and then a dark liquid slab here in the corners. We're then going to go ahead and grab ourselves redstone comparators. We're going to place down a redstone comparator here in both corners, and we also want to go and then grab ourselves a green carpet, and we're going to place down a green carpet on top of this nether brick stair. Now around the green carpet, and also the one side here of the redstone comparator, we're going to place down 2 oak wood trapdoors, or sorry, 3 in total. And we're going to go and open them or close them up, however you want to look at it, like so. So they kind of create a little basket here on the rear of the tank. So it's going to be just like that, around like so. After that's finished, we want to go and then grab a dark liquid fence gate. We're going to place down a dark liquid fence gate on top of these nether brick stairs here. And we're going to open up the fence gate toward the rear of the tank, just like that. Coming off that fence gate, we're going to go and grab ourselves some item frames and also some red stained glass blocks. So just like this. We're going to place down an item frame on top of or on the side here of these 2 fence gates, red stained glass in those item frames, and we're also going to place down a dark liquid sign on the fence gate as well to create a nice look here for the back brake lights. After that, we're going to place down a dark liquid slab there in the middle, followed by a daylight detector to both sides, and then coming on or basically on top of this nether brick slab here, we're going to place down a lever and flick it so it's facing toward the dark oak slab there for the tank. And with that out of the way, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer number 3. Here's what it looks like from up above. And with that, we pretty much have most of the hull done for the tank, and we're going to be moving into basically starting work on the turret. So with that, that's it for what we have for layer 3. With that, let's move into layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and go to this space here. So basically the green terracotta block here, and place down a dark oak upside down stair over it, followed by an upside down stair to both sides of that stair like so. We then want to go ahead and take an end rod. We're going to place down an end rod over here on the left side. So on the left side, dark oak would stair like that. And then coming off the middle stair, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 dark oak with top slabs going forward. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 nether brick top slabs going forward like so. On the very last nether brick top slab, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak sign to both sides, and also on the side facing toward the front. On the side of this block as well, we're going to place down an item frame, and in the item frame, we're going to place down a black concrete block here for the kind of muzzle brake and the end of the barrel. When that's out of the way, we're going to go ahead and continue working our way out to the side. So we're going to go to the sides here, these dark oak stairs. We're going to place down a dark oak sign to both sides, and then we're going to take our green terracotta, we're going to place down a row of 3 across, going behind the nether brick upside down stairs. We then want to place down a mossy cobblestone wall on both ends of this row of 3, and then we're going to place down a row of 5 of green terracotta going across. We're going to then place down a second row of 5, and then we're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta. On both ends of the row of 3 of green terracotta, a mossy cobblestone wall. On the back here, we're going to place down a dark oak upside down stair, dark oak top slab to both sides, and we're going to go then place down an additional dark oak top slab back, followed by a dark oak trapdoor coming off both sides of the top slab, like so, to create the back here of the turret. After that's all complete there, that is going to wrap up our turret for this layer. And a little bit of additional detail we have to do here is we're going to be going ahead and going to the spruce wood planks here that do not have a tripwire hook, so basically every other one. And we're just going to go ahead and place down a redstone repeater on top of it with the notches flicked out as far away from each other as possible. So just like that. And we also want to go ahead and grab ourselves a spruce pressure plate, and we're going to place down a spruce pressure plate on the remaining spruce wood planks. So just like that, creates a nice little bit of detail and depth to that area and all that stuff. So that right there is going to pretty much complete what we have here for layer number 4 for the build. Pretty easy layer. And yeah, with that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 5. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go and place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on this nether brick slab here on the very end. We're going to go and then take green carpet, and we're going to place it on the remaining dark oak wood top slabs until we get to our last one. We're going to leave the last one alone, like so. Now when we get to this point, we're going to go and take our dark oak wood stairs and slabs. We're going to place down a dark oak wood stair over here on the right side, followed by 2 dark oak wood slabs over to the left side. Now coming off of these, we're going to go ahead and then take green banners, and we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 green banners coming off those slabs and stairs like that for the front armor plating. Once that's out of the way, we're going to go and then take a mossy cobblestone wall. We're going to come off the slab here, and then the stair on the other side, like so. And we're also going to be placing down a dark oak sign coming off those mossy cobblestone walls on the side facing toward the front. We're going to go and then take a green zombie head, and we're going to place down a zombie head coming off the mossy cobblestone wall to the side as well. And then going back from the zombie head, we're going to go and place down a mossy cobblestone wall again on both sides. From this point here, we're going to go and then place down a dark oak trapdoor, which we want to have facing that direction out to the side here. Same thing over here, and we're going to make sure that's opened like so. Actually, my bad, it's going to be no, actually that's correct. We're going to have it facing that direction, and we're going to place down a dark oak sign here on the trapdoor. So it kind of looks something like this here for the armor that kind of surrounds the turret, and we'll add on to it a little bit as we progress into the next layer, but that's what we're going to do for right now. Anyways, going ahead and continue now, we're going to take our mossy cobblestone walls, we're going to place down a row of 3 across this space here, followed by a zombie head at about a 45-degree angle here in the corners. So, just like that. After that, we're going to take our green terracotta, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across, followed by a dark oak wood stair like so, to both sides. We then want to place down a row of 5 of green terracotta across, and on both sides we're going to place down a tripwire hook coming off that green terracotta block. Then right here we're going to place down a row 3 of green terracotta, mossy cobblestone wall in the corners. And then progressing back further, we're going to place down a spruce wood plank over here on the left side, and then 2 green terracotta blocks over to the right side. On the side of the spruce wood plank, we're going to be placing down a spruce wood sign, and then we're going to place down a green terracotta block here in the middle, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall to the corners, like so. After that, we're going to go and then place down a dark oak wood fence gate that's going to be coming off these 2 mossy cobblestone walls, to both sides like that. And then on the very back here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of upside down dark oak wood stairs, and around these dark oak wood stairs, we're going to take dark oak wood signs and wrap them around like so. And that right there will complete the back of the turret, and with that, that will complete what we have here to do for layer number 5 for the build. As you can see, we're starting to get, we basically have the turret complete, we just have some stuff we're going to throw on the top here and all that fun stuff, but yeah, that's pretty much nearly it. So that's it for layer 5. With that, we're going to move into our final layers, layers 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're going to put basically all the top details on top of the turret, and pretty much finish this bad boy up. So with that, let's move into our last final layers. Alright guys, moving into our last final layers, we have layers 6 through 9. For these layers to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and go to our side armor around the sides. We're going to go and grab some zombie heads, and very simply on top of the mossy cobblestone wall here, we're going to place down a zombie head at a very slight angle like so. And on top of this dark oak wood trapdoor, we're going to place down a zombie head like that as well. So same thing over here on this side, just like that. So you have your side armor around the turret, which looks something kind of like that. After that's out of the way, we're going to go ahead and then place down a daylight detector, which is going to go ahead and go on top of this dark oak wood stair. And we're going to go ahead and then place down one more daylight detector going forward, and then we're going to place down 2 green terracotta blocks going backwards. Along these 4 blocks, we're going to be going ahead and placing down dark oak wood signs all the way along the side here. Same thing over here. Like that. And then we're going to place down a zombie head coming off this daylight detector there toward the front. After that, we're going to go ahead and take our dark oak wood buttons. We're going to place down 1 and 2 dark oak wood buttons there on the top. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and go back to this section here. We're going to build the commander's cupola. So for this, we're going to place down a spruce wood slab right here, followed by a zombie head going around the entire slab, just like that, to create a cupola type design. And we're going to go and then grab a black bed and also an item frame. And we're going to be going ahead and placing down a item frame and a black bed rotated to the pillows facing downwards for a little viewport there for the commander's cupola. We also want to go ahead and place down a iron bar on top of this green terracotta block. And we're going to go ahead and place down a zombie head here for a optics. And then in this space right here, we're going to place down a spruce wood trapdoor right here, followed by a redstone repeater like this to make the gunner's hatch. And with that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and move to the back here. So for the back, we're going to go and place down a dark oak wood fence post, which is going to be going ahead and going on top of this mossy cobblestone wall. And then going up from it, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 iron bars like that for the radio antenna. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our green carpet, and we're going to place down a row 3 across those 3 upside down dark oak wood stairs. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then go to this green terracotta block here. We're going to place down a nether fence post, dark oak wood fence post. On top of it, we're going to place down a dark oak wood, or another brick upside down stair. And then coming off the nether brick upside down stair, we're going to be basically making our 50 cal, so 2 end rods going forward, a dark oak wood top slab over here to the left side of the upside down stair. We're also going to be going ahead and placing down a string on top of this green terracotta block, and then an anvil on top of it, so the anvil floats. And then coming off the anvil, we're going to be placing down a dark oak wood fence gate, just like that. Now around the dark oak wood top slab, we're going to go and take some dark oak wood signs, wrap them around like this to go and make the belt holder, which holds the ammunition. And we're going to then place down a powered rail, make sure it's facing this direction like so, to kind of show the bullet belts. And then we're going to be going ahead and placing down a dark oak wood sign on the side here. We're going to go ahead and grab an item frame and a black bed. We're going to put an item frame on the side here, this nether brick stair, and a black bed rotated like so. And then lastly, a redstone repeater on top of the stair facing that direction with the notches flicked as far away as possible to make the iron sights. And with that, you have your T26E4 Super Pershing complete. I think it came out really good, and again, as I've mentioned, it's going to make a really good addition to any kind of late World War II, or maybe even like some, basically fictional World War II type battles and stuff like that. Overall, really nice looking tank, and it looks super beast, and I'm excited to finally release a new one for you guys. If you guys do end up using this tutorial, do I say you guys give me proper credit for it? This be anything from a sign of the build, link to my channel, or this video if this does appear on any social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for your free user favorite project you guys are working on, overall have fun with the build and enjoy it and all that. Anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been your 204, and I'll see you guys next time.